Welcome back here to the What's Cooking Show, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, and travel show. Well, the heat today seems like it's concentrating in the Midwest, up through Kansas City, Chicago, Minneapolis. There's going to be a lot of heat, and then it's going to be moving east. And then the west is starting to heat up to those of you in the Los Angeles, San Diego areas, probably one of the hottest days of the year coming your way, triple-digit heat there. It is going to be warm. It is starting to heat up and get ready for summer at this late date in July. It's about time. There, that being said, we are waiting Larry Lipson, our wine guru from the Lipson Institute for Advanced Wine Studies. And while we wait Mr. Lipson, sad notes and news there, and that was Roy Rogers Jr. Standing like appeared alone. Wasn't he with all the memorabilia from his father and mother's estate?
Yeah, perhaps they hadn't opened the doors to the auction, but
I hope that's the case.
Possessions accumulated over a period of a lifetime. The effects of Roy Rogers and Dale Evans are going to be sold at the auction. I don't believe the family's in any need of funds, are they? Have they come across hard times?
Probably they have not made money because no one's going to the Roy Rogers Museum, and I find that hard to believe just on the attractions alone. Stuffed Trigger, Stuffed Bullet the Wonder Dog, Nellie Bell, the Jeep well taken care of, the Roy Rogers convertible Pontiac Bonneville. That's got to be something great. They should have had like rides in that thing. They should have had you could ride them around in there.
I mean, I hate to draw the comparison. Perhaps it's unfair. I don't think it's necessarily out of proportion. But you think of things like the Elvis Museum Graceland in Memphis, where thousands, if not millions, of people pass through those doors and gates each and every year. And apparently Roy Rogers is kind of just this, I mean, talk about cobwebs and dust.
Well, they might have missed out on the Roy Rogers because they stuffed Trigger and they stuffed Bullet, but not Roy and Dale. And at the Elvis Museum, they actually have the stuffed...
No, you stop it, Mike. Absolutely
not. They don't? Wait,
no.
I'm sorry. They don't have the stuffed Elvis?
No, you're not going to find a stuffed Elvis.
There's something going around on people's Facebook pages recently. Do you like the Fat Elvis or the Thin Elvis, the songs? I prefer, I mean, I like all the songs, but I prefer the Thin Elvis songs. You know, when he was Jailhouse Rock and Don't Be Cruel and those kind of songs. I'm into that kind of Stuck on You, you know, Marie's her name.
Yep. You know, talk about...
She's Not You. Can I go on and mention a few more? That's all the Thin Elvis tunes instead of the Fat Elvis like In the Ghetto. In the ghetto, there's a piece of pizza on the ground. I'm eating it and I'm round. In the ghetto. You know, he throws out little, if you listen carefully to Elvis's tunes when he's Fat Elvis, there are food clues in there. I'm sorry I brought that up. Go ahead, Paul. Yes.
In the world of food, I thought I'd make a mention that
I don't know
what particular establishment is responsible for
my boys are eating some of this.
It could be Carl's Jr. or Hardee's group.
What are they?
But it's the have you heard of this? The foot-long burger. This is, I guess, something that is in development.
I can mention that. Foot long, yeah.
Yeah, to kind of compete, I guess, with
big.
With the Subway sandwich, where of course you get the foot-long Subway
sandwich. It's a burger,
sandwich.
though. It's not a hot dog.
It's a burger, a foot-long burger. I guess several meat patties would be involved. But is that the kind of thing that you think he would go for?
Elvis would definitely go for that. The foot-long burger would be. Bring me over some foot-long burgers. My boys will come and chomp those and do a concert. See if you can roll me out on the stage. Thank you. Give me the spandex. Thank you. He used to go out there when he was the Fat Elvis and perspire a lot, you know, and throw things out in the audience, but he still had that voice. And, you know, I still actually can perform as my girth continues to grow. Did I tell you about this cheese-infused crusted pizza? It's the new Breakfast of Champions here on the What's Cooking Show, sanctioned by Mike Horn. Very delicious. You can do your thin crust. You can do your regular crust. I say go all the way for the cheese-infused crust.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you very much, Mike.
I hate to rain on anybody's parade, but if I had the choice, I'd probably prefer to go with just the traditional pizza the way it's been for, hundreds of years.
I like the thin crust. I do like the thin, but this pizza-infused crust, this is, I'm telling you right now, if I could taste test it for you right now, and I do have some right here, I'm just going to take it right off the plate. We have a well-produced show, by the way. I want to thank everybody for making sure the guests show up, like Larry Lipson. But I've now eaten the entire pizza, and there's now this very fluffy, wonderfully moist, and just a beautiful-looking pizza crust, which has cheese in it. And well, I have to tell you, yes, the cheese is really, really good. And, boy, This is really delicious. This melts in your mouth. Have something to drink, please? Oh, please, waiter. Waiter, grab some water, please. Oh. I tell you.
Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied?
That's the way to enjoy some delicious pizza. It's at my good friends that I mentioned at Angelo and Vinci's. For those of you not counting calories, go for it. I mean, they've got the thin crust and they've got the regular crust, but if you really want a taste sensation, incredibly great. Hold on a second. I think I just had a heart palpitation. Whoa! You get that cheese-infused crust. That's a special occasion kind of thing. You know, you're doing a birthday, that's what you... And I'm going to bring some into the office. Just because if I leave it here at the house, I'm going to eat all. I might find some other stuff in there, too. I think I've got some yogurt that expired on June 30th. I'll bring that in this morning for those of you that are light eaters.
I believe Larry Lipson is now called in.
It's about time, Lipson, you called in. You made me do a whole pizza segment.
Okay. Thank you.
Do we have Lipson? Ladies and gentlemen, direct from Costa Rica, where he is reviewing internationally famed and wonderfully affordable wines. Here he is with just 2 minutes in his segment, Mr. Larry Lipson. Larry, go ahead. I'm going to have another bite of pizza while you do your report. I'm going to have some more of this. Larry, have you ever had pizza?
Oh, you please!
You've been a restaurant reviewer for years. Have you ever had the cheese-infused crust?
What in the world are we listening to?
Larry, are you there? It sounds like you're having some kind of a concert there with...
Are you in the car?
Larry?
I'm trying to get rid of this music.
What is going on here? This show is really degraded down into the...
It sounds like Pearl Harbor circa 1942.
I'll have some more cheese-infused... Oh.
I'll just go
very good. Oh, Larry.
Yeah.
Have you
ever had a
cheese-infused crusted pizza? Have you ever had that?
cheese pizza?
It's crust. If I could explain it, because I'm having a bite, has cheese in the crust. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you know...
That's delicious.
Yeah, a guy named Ed... What's Ed's last name? He was the one who used to be the Spargo pizza chef.
Yeah.
And he developed a whole... How do I get rid of that noise?
And now stepping up to our stage, Margaret Whiting. Margaret Whiting, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I don't know what's happened to our show, but can we take... Do we have that musical cart? Can we have that musical cart that says technical difficulties? And if we don't have the musical cart, I'll just continue eating the cheese-crusted pizza. We're going to take a quick little break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try and get back to Larry Lipson, who apparently is at some kind of a Margaret Whiting concert in Costa Rica. We'll be back.
Got it.
How about Alfred Apaca?
We'll be back with Larry. Thank you, by the way, Larry, for the reports. You can find out more at our website on Larry's report at CRNTalk.com. Always good to have Larry on each week, and my, that was wonderful.
I'm okay.
All right, Larry, thanks for being with us. Hold on, Larry. We'll come back on CRN Digital Talk Radio. AngeloandVincy's.com, by the way, for this crusty pizza.
Homeowners, how would you like to receive a